It should be subject to technical things not being an issue, so there should be a replay. Okay, so if you can see and hear us, can you please let us know in the chat box below? If you can see myself and Fergal, let us know in the chat box. You should find that down the bottom right-hand corner.
What's up, guys? It's Fergal here. I'll be moderating the chat box, so if you've got any questions as we go through, just pop them into the chat box, and I'll be answering them as we go through.
Groovy. Someone is typing. Hopefully they're going to say they can see and hear us. Mic is on. All good.
Yep, Anthony says all good. Very good.
Thank you, Anthony. So I can see that we've got Eileen, Anthony, Arco, Bilge, Cedric, David, Dean, John, Klaus, Manda, Mihir, Romulus, Sandy, Sid, Stephen, Terry. So a few people on. Let us know whereabouts you guys are at the moment watching this from. We get a feel for whether it's this time of day or what time of day is it where you are, Fergal? Quite late now, isn't it?
Me, it is 5 minutes past 8 p.m.
Wow. So it's nearly beer o'clock then.
It is not beer o'clock. No way. I was on the wild streets of Ho Chi Minh City last night, and I'll tell you, I'm not going at it again.
Yeah. I don't think Fergal could face another beer just yet.
No, flying out tomorrow morning, bright and early, to the airport at 6 a.m. So,
where are you off to tomorrow?
Singapore.
Oh, what a life! Yeah, Singapore. Fantastic. So, I mean, and this before we even get into the webinar, guys, this is what it's all about. I mean, look, trust me, if I could be doing what Fergal is doing, I would be. Just that I started this later on in life, so I've already got a family and a mortgage and kids and stuff like that. But yeah, I would definitely be doing what Fergal's doing, and this business can do that for you. It can do anything for you. Just it gives you money. So money gives you choices. So we've got Mihir in South Africa. We've got Stephen in Philadelphia. Manda is in Vegas, baby. Manda Boss Babe. And it's 6 a.m. in the morning. So, Manda, I need to know, would you normally be up at 6 a.m. in the morning, or are you just doing that to see us? We've got Eileen in Phoenix, Arizona. It's 4 minutes past 6. Blimey. Peter, hi guys. Yeah, Cedric is in Toronto. Sandy's in Berkshire, England, and Anthony is in Banbury, sunny UK. Is it sunny? I can tell you that it's not sunny where I am at the moment. But we've had a lot of sun and we haven't had a lot of rain, and they do threaten quite a lot of rain. Romulus is in Italy. Whereabouts in Italy are you, Romulus? Peter is in. Am I saying that right, Peter? I mean, because I knew someone had a name spelt like that. But, anyway, you are, if I'm saying that right, Warsaw, Poland. Warsaw. I don't know how you'd say that. Do you know how to say that, Fergal? Warsaw.
No, I think the name is pronounced Piotr, because there's a famous UFC fighter called Piotr Jan. So I think that's how you pronounce it.
Piotr. Okay, very good, very good. Terry Cummins is in Bournemouth. Dean says, all right, guys. All right, Dean. Yeah, Amanda says 5 a.m., but hey, I can't say it's you, lol. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just pretend that you got up for us. That's all good. Anthony, no. Can't remember what the question was now. Romulus, Italy. Romulus, Ancona. Okay. And Anthony, Warsaw. It's rainy in Philly too, says Stephen. God blimey. But after, look, you can't make beer and wine without rain. That's what I always say. And as he takes a sip of a pint of gin. Now, this is water. Yeah. Can't say things like that to Fergal at the moment because he's feeling a little bit fragile. Ryan is in Hampshire. Quite a few from the UK on today. All good, all good. So, yeah, if you've not seen us before, I recognise some of the names. I don't recognise all of the names. But, I mean, do you know us? My name's Trevor, as in Trevor Carr. I'm the Trevster, and this is my man Fergal Downs. And we are part of the three amigos. Max G isn't with us today, but he's travelling. Where is he now?
Is he in Macedonia?
something like
I
that.
can't remember
Yeah.
where he is actually. Yeah, North Macedonia maybe.
Thing about this business, guys, is that it's a simple thing, really. You know, it is. You need traffic going to offers, and the link that the traffic goes via to that offer just needs to be your affiliate link. And then once you've got that set up, you can make money. And that's like in the simplest form. But where a lot of people will fall down is that they don't have the traffic. It's usually the biggest thing. Or the traffic is going to the wrong page, you know, because if you've not done anything like this before, you might be thinking that you know what kind of page to send it to, and you're just wasting your traffic. You're literally just sort of throwing it out of the window. So, but you just need traffic as in real people, and they click on a link, which is your affiliate link. And then if they buy something, you get paid a commission. And if they buy an upgrade, you get paid a commission. And sometimes they'll buy every upgrade in the whole funnel, and you get paid commissions on that. And this kind of business enables Fergal, Max, and myself literally to do, you know, whatever we want, because it can be running all the time in the background. And particularly today, what we want to share with you today absolutely runs in the background. I mean, I've never known anything like this in all the time that we've been doing this stuff. And I actually started this full time in 2017. So 2017. So we're getting on for, I guess, what's that? 8 years, something like that. You know, it's nearly a decade. And I started with Fergal back then. We launched a product or two back then, didn't we, Fergal? Fergal looked just the same as he does now, but I had hair and everything, you know. So those were, and I had a black beard and everything. Those are the days I was black beard. But look, I'm grateful to still be waking up every morning. Every day on this planet is a good day. So yeah, it's something that once you get it right, you can kind of leverage the system to get money coming in for you. And we have something today that Fergal invented. He is the mad hacker inventor, sitting there in the background, just always working on stuff. I mean, if you could see some of the chats that we have backwards and forwards, and that always gets me excited, because unlike a lot of people, when Fergal's working on something, there's a really good chance that it's going to work. I mean, not everything, but even if it was 50-50, you know that over a period of months, Fergal's going to kind of spit out something that you go, wow, that's pretty cool. And that is what he did here with this that we're going to talk to you about today. So let me just go through the messages here. We did Hampshire, didn't we? Manda says, yes, the two guys who have cool accents. Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. Can I plus that? Yeah. So how did I say Peter? Piotr,
I think. Yeah.
Oh, Piotr. Yes, I need traffic permanently. Sandy, buyer traffic. Yeah. At least opt-in traffic for my list. Yeah. Yeah, this is the sort of thing that, you know, all of this kind of stuff is what we think about on a daily basis. And when you talk about traffic, you need high converting traffic. In other words, the person that clicked on your link needs to be interested on the thing that they're clicking on, and it needs to match up with their expectations the other side of that link. So if you tell them something, they click on the link, they go to the next page, and they think, yeah, that's what I was looking for, you've got more chance of getting them as a buyer, you know. And yeah, you can build your list. I think, to be honest with you, the best way to build your list is to make the transition from consumer to creator, so that you become the vendor. All right. And that's a whole different thing, but we're not going into that today, because we've got something much, much easier for you today. So we're going to build your internet marketing business for you. And this is something that we've been running now for probably a couple of years. We've got a lot of success stories that you're going to see on this webinar. And it's going to be an informal presentation. You know, this is Fergal and me just getting together. Fergal with his teeny weeny hangover, and we're just going to be having a little chat and showing you what this is. So it doesn't need a fancy pitch, you know. This, I said here, this has never been seen before ever, and that's actually not true, is it, that one? Because I haven't updated the slides. Yeah, it's been seen now. It hadn't been seen when we wrote that first slide, but it probably hasn't been seen by a lot of you before ever. And so that would be that would be something of great interest to you, I think, to see this for the first time. So today we're going to be releasing 20 new places maximum, right? So 20. Now, quite often on these webinars, we get sort of like 16, 17 as soon as we drop the link. So if you think you're going to be interested in this, you really want to be ready to jump on it, because they do go fast, you know, and it's going to become obvious why that is. Now, if you are watching this on a replay, then if you hit the buy button to check if we've still got availability, if it goes through and says this product is unavailable, then we're sold out for this cohort. All right. If it goes through and you can see the checkout page, you can see a place to put your credit card details in, then there's at least one space left. So if you're watching this on a webinar, just click on the buy button, see if there's still availability. And if there is, you can go for it. Okay. So we've spent the last 18 months putting this together for you, and we will work with you by your side until you reach $10,000 per month. Now, Fergal, this is one of your quotes here. Do you want to read it in your voice rather than me pretend to be you?
Yeah, sure. I'd be shocked if you're not making your first affiliate commissions on autopilot inside of 7 days once you get started. And most people will be making their first sales within 48 hours. So yeah, lots of people that have joined already have made their first sales ever online inside their first couple of days in with the system. Yeah,
and that is that for us, when we see that, it's like, it's amazing, because we've got many students who have been blown away by the fact that it actually works, and they get sales and they can't believe that they've got sales, and they get sales very quickly, which is all good, you know. And this whole process, as we'll go into it in a bit more detail as we go on, but it takes advantage of the fact that this industry that we work in the industry which is like the make money online industry, and there are so many products being launched on a daily basis, and we take advantage of that. All right. Whereas some people might think, well, this is ridiculous, there's so many products being launched on a daily basis. We take advantage of that with this system, and you'll see how. So who are we? Well, we're Trevor C, that's me, Fergal D, and Max G. Me and Fergal have got fairly normal surnames, but Max has got a big long one that's German, and so we just shortened it to G. So we thought we'd shorten ours as well. This is just to give, this isn't to show off, this is just to give you an idea of what you can do. So this is my number one WarriorPlus account. All right. So that is my vendor sales. Okay. You can see here I've done over here 76,000 sales, overall conversion of 6% on my entire account. And in total revenue here, you'll see that I've done $2.1 million. Now, that is a genuine figure, and I've got to be honest, I think it's pretty impressive, you know, even if nobody else does. To do over $2 million on one platform, bearing in mind it's not the only platform that we use, it's not the only platform that we sell on. I think that's pretty cool. And the reason that we show you this is just to show you that you're in safe hands. We know a bit about this stuff, and we're not faking it until we make it, I suppose, basically. This is my number 2 account. So you can see here, there's a further 330,000 there in sales. All right. So that's 2 point, I think Fergal's getting hot. He's sorting out the aircon. 2.1 plus 330. So like getting on for $2.5 million, you know, in vendor sales, vendor stats. Right. So in vendor sales, so sales of products on my account that I'm selling. Okay. Total 2,440,000 in WarriorPlus, but I also sell on JVZoo, on Kartra, on ClickBank, you know, so that's just a little sample. Fergal is, I should think, up to 1 million now, but this was the screenshot taken before, so it's a little bit blurry, guys, but you can hopefully see down there Fergal's vendor products, vendor stats, 932,666. Which is pretty cool. And these are his, so he's got 2 accounts. So we've only seen one of his accounts there, but it's quite often that we have 2 accounts on WarriorPlus, because then you can balance up sort of being a vendor and being an affiliate, etc. I think Fergal's given us a high five as I'm going along. So, or is so what we can see on the screen at the moment, this is Fergal Downs' wallet. So you notice that one says Fergal Downs and one says Fergal Downs. They're two different wallets, all right? And current balance means that he's got $7,225 in one and $7,938 in the other that he can pull out instantly. All right. So whenever he needs some money, he can pull that out. And that's a lovely position to be in. To see all that cash sitting there is, I think that's brilliant. I mean, look, who on here would like to have two accounts with over $7,000 in them, ready to pull out directly to their bank? If you go via PayPal, you can do it within, I would say, 30 seconds. All right. So he could have $7,000 in his hand in 30 seconds. Let me know in the chat box if that kind of thing sounds appealing to you, or if it sounds like a load of old BS. I can assure you it's not. It's completely genuine. So did I spell something wrong? Because Piotr says you're great at spelling, and maybe I spelled something wrong on the slide. Apologies for that. So yeah, let us know in the chat box if you would like to have a system that could quietly be filling up a wallet in the background while, and I know this is going to sound like it's going to sound a bit far-fetched, but while you do nothing at all. All right, and we will come on to that. I don't want to say it. I don't want to reveal it all now, but you don't have to do anything. This is like the perfect side hustle. So if you want to finally make your first bit of money online that can be, reasonably substantial as a kind of side hustle without doing anything, this is it. All right, this is it, guys. I'm telling you. This is Fergal's JVZoo account. Now, I just want to bring to your attention, available for distribution. This is the way they say it in JVZoo. So we've got $7,000 in one account, nearly $8,000 in another account, nearly $8,000 in another account. It's amazing stuff. And all the time, Fergal is able to travel the world, staying in all sorts of countries, and just basically do what he wants to do, which occasionally on a Friday evening might involve going out in Ho Chi Minh City for a few beers. And it's a nice life, Fergal, isn't it? You got no boss, right? You don't have to get up for anyone or do what anyone says at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the life that I always wanted. When I used to work in a normal job, I dreamt about being able to go to, Vietnam, go to Bali, go to Dubai, go wherever I wanted. And this is the exact method that's allowed me to do that. So not everyone wants to travel. Not everyone wants that. But if you want just to have more money, then this is the method.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, I would love to be traveling, guys. I hopefully I will be doing a bit more traveling as time goes on. But even if you just want to stay where you are, if you want to stay, Manda, you want to stay in Vegas, it's a pretty good place to stay. Ryan, you might stay in Hampshire, and Romulus and Ancona, Philly for Stephen. Where if you want to stay where you are, but you just want some more money coming in, because I don't know about where you are. Right. And maybe not so much where Fergal is, and probably why he finds some of these places attractive. But the cost of everything here in the UK is just getting ridiculous. Right. A bottle of olive oil. All right. A bottle of olive oil. It's 750 milliliters, which is the same size as a bottle of wine. If I go to Aldi, which is a discount store in the UK, I'm now having to pay for extra virgin olive oil in the plastic bottle, not even in a fancy glass one with a fancy label and all that, just their basic one, over £6. I can get a bottle of decent wine for less than that. Olive oil, everything has gone through the roof. The cost of fuel, the cost of electricity, the cost of everything that we buy, use, consume. And that's happening all over the place, all over the world. And a lot of people are feeling the pinch. So if you can just find something that could just be, even if it's just dripping money in on a daily basis to relieve the pressure a little bit. I mean, this can do a lot more than that. But even if it was just doing that, then I think that would be, that's something worth considering, isn't it? Especially because you don't have to do any work for it. And this is Max's account in his WarriorPlus account. You can see that Max, the way he likes to live is pretty cool, because he's got nearly 50 grand that he could have in 30 seconds if he wanted to, or if he needed to, or if he just wanted to take $1,000 out, he could do that instantly, just like that, you know. And that, again, that's a wallet inside of a platform called WarriorPlus. All right, so we work on JVZoo and we work on WarriorPlus for a lot of our stuff. And you're probably familiar with those. If you're not, they are platforms where you can basically buy and sell digital products. So you're about to enjoy regular, low, mid, and high ticket commissions as we build your entire internet marketing business for you. This is tested to work with no trial and error, ready to go. And we're basically about to hand it over to you. And we're not going to give it to you and then just leave you to your own devices. All right. We're going to stay with you every step of the way to ensure that you get to $10,000 per month plus with this method. And of course, when you get to $10,000 per month, we're not going to kick you out. I've been kicked out of Facebook groups where I've paid thousands to get in just because I've been there 3 months and that was the limit or something like that. You know, we don't do that. Once you're in, you're in. Okay. And $10,000 per month is the kind of figure that a lot of people are looking for, simply because it can change everything for you. All right. So if we're talking about the drip feed of money into accounts, once you get to $10,000 per month, then that's enough for a lot of people to say, right, do you know what? I don't need my job anymore. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you just quit your job now and come and join us, because you need to get this thing going. And it's always much better when you start this to start while you've got an income coming in, if you've got one. If you don't have one, then get started as soon as you can. But, you know, build this up as you go along. So Piotr says, yeah, I'm on both platforms. That's good. So there's never been an offer quite like this, and we can only let so many people in at a time to make sure that we can work with our new 100K Alliance partners to guide them to that 100K per month. So as we said earlier on, we're going to begin by opening up 20 spots today. All right. Now, this 100% works. Our members are already making amazing affiliate commissions with virtually no work. And it is, Fergal's going to talk to you about it soon to give you an idea. But if you're worried about, oh yeah, this is going to be a steep learning curve and I'm going to have to sit down for hours and days and all this, you know, to get it up and running. No, you're not. No, you're not. And once you've got your setup done, you literally can do nothing, pretty much nothing. All right. 5 minutes work a month. So here is Max, who couldn't join us today, but I wanted to just share this with you. And he posted in our 100K Alliance Facebook group, he said, at everyone, Module 1 alone works like crazy. Now, we're going to mention Module 1 during this webinar today. Module 1 is basically the side hustle that Fergal created, that he showed us some figures, and we were like, wow. And I'm going to show you those figures as well on this webinar. And he showed us those figures and said that he got those by doing what is in module, or what's going to be in module 1 of what we release. So module 1 we refer to quite a bit, but Max, and there's 4 modules. All right, that's why he's saying that module 1 alone works like crazy. In the past 24 hours, I've made 16 sales from one product, and as a result, I'm currently number 6 on a highly competitive launch leaderboard. This is 100% passive. No list or anything else is required, just module 1. Now, you got to look at that, guys. That is absolute fact, verifiable. I'm going to show you the actual figures as well and the leaderboard in a second. But in the past 24 hours, he's made 16 sales and got to number 6 on a leaderboard that's highly competitive. Now, I don't know if you've seen leaderboards on platforms like WarriorPlus and JVZoo. You may have not. But when you're in our game and you become an affiliate, that's another thing that you're going to be excited about, because you can make some decent money in prize money on contests. And to think that what Max has done is, although Max is an established marketer, like myself and Fergal, he set up a separate account just to test this particular strategy that we're talking to you about today. And only traffic from the module 1 strategy goes through that account. Okay. And here we can see his sales. Hopefully it's not too blurry for you. It can be a bit blurry on here on this webinar platform. But if we go from the bottom, we can see, I think it says 14.45 there. So $4.07, $4.52, $52, $12.19, $4.62, $9.47, $9.47, $9.47, $15.47, $32.18, $12.14, $4.07, $7.83, and then goes on to the next page. $4.52, $31.82, $18.38, $13.61. And here we can see Max, right? And the little arrow's going up because he's on the way up. Okay. That's number 6. Now look who's above him. You've got Sayi Adeleke, right? This guy is always dominating the leaderboards. Mike McKay, big internet marketer. Justin, big. Daniel, big. I don't know who Inspira Promo are, but we can assume they're big because they're right at the top on number 1 spot. But Max has done this without doing anything at all. All right, absolute fact. Not only that, but he's become top 10% affiliate in the world, banking cash, doing nothing. All right, this is his account here. And when he told us that, it was like, just unbelievable. And again, this is Max. This is our little private launch chat, right? So this is the 3 of us, and we're in here all the time. You can see this has got 2 hearts. That's Fergal and me. And this here is Max. And Max says, module 1, exclamation mark. All right. So here he's got $133.50, $133.50, $63.50, $63.50, all in the space of a minute using module 1 and doing nothing, you know. And it's not just Max. All right. If we take a look at our other members of this platform, of this opportunity, we've got Kevin. Congratulations on your 497 sale, and another 297 sale for Kevin, and another 197 sale for Kevin. Chris, 497. Chris, another $297. Daryl, $497. Timothy, $197. Another $497 for Timothy. Daryl gets another $497. Christopher gets $497. Brian gets $497. Kevin gets another $497. Christopher gets another $497. And Christopher gets another $497. And he gets another $197. And he gets another $297. Well done, Christopher. That's nice. Ronnie gets $497. Bree gets $497. Siraj gets $497. Trisha gets $297. Trisha gets $497. Lewis gets $497. Trisha gets $197. Trisha gets $497. Kevin gets another $297. Kevin gets another $497. Kevin gets another $240 in commissions. And then Anil gets $241. And then Anil gets another $240 in commissions. Richard, who is one of our oldest members, is 83 years old, guys. So if you're thinking, I'm too old for this, you know, I'm 65. No, forget it. I'm 75. No, forget it. 83 years old, Richard, you know, which is, I mean, it's nearly as old as Fergal. I think Fergal's 80. Well, you're 84 now, isn't it, Ferg? So he looks amazing.
Did a birthday meeting?
No, yeah. Yeah. It looks amazing for his age, yeah. Richard gets another $242. Brian gets another $311 in commissions. Brian gets another $311. And Neil gets another $240. Tom gets another $240. Tom gets another $242 in commissions. Brian gets another $314. And Brian gets another $311. And Brett gets $243. And Brett gets another $240. And Kunal gets $240. And George gets $386. Now, this, I'm sure you can see, it works, right? It works, and it's dead simple. This is Brian, who we saw making some commissions there a little while ago. He said, I joined 3 weeks ago. I'm already making high-ticket sales after following the step-by-step videos in the course. And then we've got John, who said, I've never earned no money affiliate marketing for the last 10 years. Yesterday, I had 2 sales. My God, I couldn't believe it. John was absolutely over the moon. Now, Fergal now will give you an idea as to what this is all about. Take it away, Fergal.
Sure, guys. So basically, when it comes to internet marketing or starting an online business, there's really three ways that you can attempt to be successful. So the first one would be to go out there and buy a course. Now, courses can range from like $12 and they kind of go up from there. But 99.999% of people are just not successful when they buy one of those courses because there's implementation involved, there's trial and error, there's all kinds of stuff that goes into making that a success. So most people just are not successful. Now, the second way is that you can get a coach, an internet marketing coach, someone to talk you through the strategies and teach you how to become a successful internet marketer. But again, most people are not successful when they have a coach because the coach just tells you what to do. And then you have to go out and do all the trial and error and implementation all yourself. So me, Trevor, and Max, we sat down and we said, how can we ensure that everyone is successful when it comes to internet marketing? So we came up with the system, and what we do there is we set the entire system up for you, do everything for you, and then stay with you until you get to $10,000 per month. And that way we can ensure that you are successful with this method. So that is exactly what this system is. We set everything up for you, and we stay with you as your coach and mentor until you get to $10,000 per month with this system.
Perfect. Thank you, Fergal. That was beautifully delivered, if I might say so. So why should you join? Well, as Fergal just said, this is a done-for-you solution. And you're going to save years of learning, trial and error, because there is a lot to learn in this business. And when I first started, I thought I knew everything. And then nearly 10 years down the line, I realized that by comparison, I knew absolutely sod all back then. But yeah, there's a lot of learning, but this is like a fast track, because everything's ready to go. It's all set up. So you don't have to waste all that time and all the money. You're going to save thousands of wasted investments in programs that simply don't work. And you can see that this one works. We've got so much proof there. You also get to work closely with 3 super affiliates. That's Fergal, Max, and myself, with over $5 million under our belts. And we've got a fast track system to get you started on your way to earning real affiliate commissions in days. All right. So it's not going to take a long time. And as Fergal said, we'll work with you by your side until you reach that magical $10,000 per month figure, which when I started out, I remember asking people how much they were earning in this business. And they would often say $10,000 a month. And I would think then, my God, if I could earn $10,000 per month, I'd be sorted. Well, you absolutely can. All right. Absolutely can. It's a very, very common figure. And for most of us, it's just the starting point, to be honest with you. It goes way beyond that. So right here, right now, it's at the lowest price that it will ever be. You can earn high ticket commissions with our done for you funnel. And you'll earn low and mid ticket commissions too. So there's no need to build your own offer. And this takes advantage of all of those launches that are happening on a daily basis. We're probably looking at maybe 10 launches on average a day in this market. And this is a way that you can literally get your link for most of those offers on a daily basis, again, without doing any work because of the way this system is actually put together. So you don't need to do any copywriting if you're worried about that. You don't need to create any sales pages. You don't need to create any sales videos. You don't need any graphic design skills, and there's no testing required. We've done all the testing, so you don't have to. We've worked out what Fergal's worked out what works, so you don't have to. No face on camera. A lot of people are worried about that. Don't need a face on camera. No voice on microphone. Right? Don't need that. We handle the product delivery, we handle the support, and you get access to all future updates of this at no extra charge. You're grandfathered in at the lowest price, regardless of how high we go with this, so you don't have to pay any more money, and there's no extra charges. We host it on our servers. We've got a private community for support, accountability, and success. And also, we've got some bonuses for you today. All right, so for the next 20 people who join us, you'd also get the 100K Alliance TikTok traffic. All right, that's valued at $197. Fantastic program there. It's going to show you how to get a ton of traffic. Max is the absolute master when it comes to TikTok traffic. You're also going to get the 100K Alliance product launching formula valued at $497. So you can look at launching your own products and making that transition that I mentioned earlier on from the consumer to the vendor, the creator, where you become the person in charge. You're also going to get the 100K Alliance high ticket closer. So you can close high ticket deals and get bigger commissions. And we're going to give you Done For You Prodigy valued at $197 and the Done For You Prodigy Pro valued at $297. So that's a total bonus bundle of $1,585 real world value, not hyped up, not overpriced or overvalued. That's real world value there, guys. And the price today to join the 100K Alliance and get everything we've discussed is going to be just $497, all right, for the next 20 people that join us. And if you join today, you'll be grandfathered in to all the future updates, additions, and continued support at no extra charge. And even when we increase the price to $1,997 and $2,997, you won't have to pay another penny. You can get in today for just $497. All right. So I'm going to drop the link into the chat box now, guys, so you can go ahead and join us and take advantage of this special offer and get started right away. So just drop that link there. In the meantime, has anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions that may have come up with regards to this, what we do, etc.? And Fergal, anything you want to say about the whole? What? Let's ask Fergal. How much work do you do on this a month, Ferg?
Yeah, that's the best part of this system because it's completely hands-free. Literally per month, it's about 3 minutes, but let's say 5 minutes to be exact. You know, all I do is pay my virtual assistant. It takes me 3 or 5 minutes, and she runs everything for me, and I sit back and do absolutely nothing. So if you're looking for a hands-off passive system, there's nothing that gets easier than this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I think I mentioned earlier on in the webinar that it seems like when I say you can do this without any work, it seems incredible, but it's absolute fact, right? So you get a VA to literally do this for you, and that VA will handle all of the launches and get your special affiliate link in front of the people that are looking at those launches. So when we talked about traffic and matching up what they're looking for, being targeted traffic, that is exactly what you get, but on everything that's being launched on a daily basis. So it means that you can be having like a stab at all these different launches on a daily basis. And when you get somebody buy a low ticket offer, let's say it's $7.95, $12.95, $17, for example, they come in and that's like sometimes referred to as a tripwire. Basically, it's a low ticket product, which means there's no resistance. It's going to have a high converting sales page with high converting sales copy. It's going to have your affiliate taking them to that sales page, and with that low price, they're going to think, oh, do you know what? I just go for that. But when they go for that, then they're going to be presented with the first upgrade. And some of these funnels will have 3 or 4 upgrades. Some will have 10 or more upgrades. And it's not unusual for somebody to come through and buy multiples in the funnel, as we've seen there with the examples we gave from Max earlier on. Now, we also, in all of those slides that I showed you from our students making commissions, they were making commissions from the 100K Alliance, right? So we didn't show you all the commissions that they make from all the daily launches because we can't see them because they're not in our vendor account. We can only show you the sales they make of our products. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. They're the higher ticket sales that are being presented on a daily basis. So every single time they're having their link promote a low ticket offer, at the same time, thanks to the way this system is put together, it's also promoting your affiliate link for the 100K Alliance itself. So you're going to get guaranteed approval to promote this, and you're going to earn 50% commissions on $497. So you can earn, getting on for $250 for each person that comes through to the 100K Alliance. but you're going to be getting all these low ticket offers through, with your link in them on a daily basis. And as I said, each time one of those goes out, you're also promoting the 100K Alliance, but you're not doing anything for any of this. Right? I know that sounds crazy, but it's just the way the system is. When Fergal first showed us this, it was just like unbelievable what he'd done and how much money he'd made. I think it was over $6,500 you made in the first 30 days, Fergal, wasn't it? Using module 1 alone.
Yeah, and something like that, just with the first module, yeah.
And we asked you, what did you do to earn that? And you said nothing. And, I know, even me and Max are going to be a bit skeptical, right? When Fergal comes on and says, lads, I've made $6,500 in 30 days doing nothing. We're like, yeah, of course you have. But he had. And that's why we were so excited to put this together so that we could help more people. Like, as I said, like a side hustle, right? Like a side hustle that can just be drip feeding you money while you do nothing. Fergal spends 5 minutes max a month doing this. And what about, do you want to tell them about the car with your VA?
Oh, yeah. So my virtual assistant, I pay her $300 a month, but she was making me so much money that I gifted her a car. Now, not a Lamborghini or anything fancy, but it was a nice car.
Yeah.
She lives in Pakistan, so the Range Rover was out of the question. But she got a car, and she's delighted with it.
Yeah, and I think that's lovely. It's lovely. It really is. To think that you can be earning money and you can be kind of employing somebody else, but they're making you so much money that you can buy them a car. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. So Piotr, yes, I can see that you've joined. Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Looking forward to working with you. So I'm going to drop that link in here again, guys. And if anybody else has got any more questions, please let us know, because what's going to happen is once we close this webinar down, it'll be gone, right? Now, I will be putting together a replay and getting that out to you as soon as possible. But everything that you see here, when I click the off button, it'll go through to a page saying the webinar's ended, and there'll be no links and there'll be nothing for you to see, or you won't be able to ask any questions or anything like that. So first thing to do is make a copy of that link, maybe copy that to your notepad or send it to yourself in an email so you've got that link. And then at least if you're sitting on the fence at the moment, you're not too sure, that you've got the link and you can go ahead and join us. Okay. So anyone else got any more questions?
So Aileen last asked more specifics about what the system does. So basically, your virtual assistant is going to be uploading videos. Now, you don't have to show your face, your voice, or anything on these videos, and they're going to be uploading those videos in a place that gets high traffic, high buyer intent keywords. So you're going to be getting traffic from those specific keywords, and your VA does the virtual assistant does all of the uploading for you, and then people buy through that traffic. That is module 1. And we do there's 4 core modules, and then there's 2 bonus modules as well.
Yeah. So if you're looking to make sort of like making money online your business, then everything that's included. So you get everything. You don't just get module 1, guys. You get everything. You get all the 4 modules and the bonus modules when you join us here today. Okay. Plus all of the bonuses that we showed you earlier on. So you've got everything that you need to turn this into a really successful online business. And as I said, if you just want a side hustle, then great, start it, see the side hustle money coming in, and then you can just scale up from there. Okay.
Charles asked, do you recommend any VAs for those of us who and how to choose a good one from the poor one? Yeah, I show you exactly where to go to get a virtual assistant, and you can start with just $5. So I currently pay my virtual assistant $300, but I started her off on $5 for 3 hours of work, and we built up from there. I also show you I have one video inside the members area. All you have to do is take that video, give that to your virtual assistant, and that trains them completely. You don't have to train them at all. They just watch that video and they're trained on the method. So it's, like I said, when it's all done for you, it really is done for you.
Yeah, and I think that's for me, that if I was new to this, I think that would be brilliant to have a video where you just say, right, just give this to your VA, and then your VA will know what to do. You don't even have to know what to do, let alone do anything, because that's all taken care of for you.
So Charles asked something there again. Let me just see. Does a VA expect payment up front or a monthly performance rated? So yeah, just so you'd find them on Fiverr. I show you exactly how to find someone for 3 hours of work for $5. And because they're on a rated system, then they're going to do the work well because they want to get a high rating. And yeah, you pay them up front. You pay the $5 up front, and then you can review the work after then. Like I said, once you get your virtual assistant and there's someone good, I just pay them cash, or I pay them through Payoneer, and I pay them monthly.
Nice. So Piotr, okay, what should I do now after buying ASAP? So Fergal, do you want to take that one? Needs to log in and follow the training, basically, right?
Yeah, log in, start the training, get your money link that's in the first couple of videos, and then jump inside the Facebook group and introduce yourself in there. And just go through the few training videos in Module 1, get Module 1 up and running with the virtual assistant, and then take the time, because you're going to have a lot of time in your hands, because that runs completely on autopilot, Module 1. So then take that time to go through Module 2, 3, and 4. And you'll be able to multiply your traffic and your income then with the modules 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, guys. So if anyone else has got any more questions, please let us know. Just drop the link in one more time there for you. While you've got us live, you might as well ask. And I hope you've enjoyed this today, guys. Good to see all the new names on here and all the names that I recognize. Right, so Charles says, are you just promoting in certain niches? Basically it's in broadly in the make money online, I suppose, broadly internet marketing. All right. So typically the launches would be launches that are appearing on ClickBank, WarriorPlus, JVZO, mainly WarriorPlus and JVZO, and they would be softwares, PLRs, training courses, etc. This is what I've found to be the highest converting industry, and that's what works with this system. But you don't have to worry about any of that, because literally it all gets done for you. So you don't have to look at any of the products, you don't have to do any reviews, you don't have to do anything like that at all. So Piotr says, if I don't have the money for the VA, can I do it all by myself? Fergal?
Yeah, absolutely. I always recommend do the first one yourself anyway. The virtual assistant is $5 for 3 hours of work. So yeah, you can start by doing them yourself and then just reinvest some of your income into getting the virtual assistant. And then I do recommend setting it up with the virtual assistant, and just because it makes it completely passive. And then it allows you the free time to move on to the other modules.
Yeah.
But yeah, by all means, you can do it yourself if you wish to do that.
And quite often people will say, they'll ask the question, what's it going to cost me, to sort of run this business? But apart from the VA, there are no costs. And if you want to do the VA work yourself to begin with, then of course you can. And so there are no costs. But as Fergal said, the idea is to get yourself that VA as soon as possible so that this can be completely passive. And it literally just feeds you money. And all you ever have to do is pay your VA. It's a brilliant system. It really is. So Charles says, are we able to pick your brain personally when we start and get lost? Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got the private Facebook group. You can ask as many questions as you want, Charles, whenever you want, and we'll be there to answer your questions. It's and no question is a silly question, because we've all been there. We all started at the beginning. So yeah, absolutely, we're there for you. That's what this is all about, basically. Okay, so Fergal, Eileen says, can you clarify what each module is about?
Yeah, so module 1 is the free traffic passive income method that we discussed. Module 2 is free traffic with Facebook. Module 3 is traffic with TikTok. And module 4 is paid traffic. So we recommend that you get to at least $3,000 per month before you go on to module 4. So we want you to use the free traffic methods to get to at least $3,000 a month and then jump into module 4 then after that.
Groovy. You're welcome, Eileen. Thank you. Aileen, sorry. Come on, Aileen. It was a song back in the day. I mean, you're probably too young.
Oh, I know it, of course. It's a famous song.
Yeah. All right, guys. So anybody got any more questions before we wrap this up? As I said, once we click on once I turn it off, I've got like a little off button over here. Once I turn it off, we're gone. So now is the time. Don't be shy. Any question you've got is a good question. Well, subject to what the question is, I guess. I'm going to assume any question you've got is a good question, and we'll do our best to answer it anyway. Okay, Aileen, can you say when you'll be releasing this again? Yeah, it depends on how many spaces we've got available at any given time. So this is just going to run for 48 hours. This one, and or less. If all the spots go, and they're going quite fast now. So if all the spots go, then that will be less than 48 hours. Hopefully that helps. You're welcome. Come on, Aileen. Ooh, I swear.
Who's the band? Who's the singer?
Dex's Midnight Runners, baby. The singer is Kevin. What's his name, isn't it? What's his name? Dex's Midnight Runners. He's quite often I think he was in the Sun newspaper once, and they were saying like he was a down and out. Kevin Rowland, that's it. I don't think he's a down and out. I think that with a song like "Come on, Eileen," you've got money. You've just got money coming in forever, haven't you? It's a bit like what we're offering you today, guys. This is your version of not only "Come on, Eileen," but it's your version of Slade's Christmas song. What's that one? It's Christmas. Come feel the noise and all that stuff, right? That makes these people so much money. They did the work once and they got paid over and over again for years, right? This is like this, and it's not a lot of work you need to do, but you do the setup once, and then that's it. You get paid over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay, guys, so we're going to be wrapping this up now. Just before we go, has anybody got any more questions? I'll drop the link one more time. Let me know if you've got any questions as soon as you can, so that we can answer those before we press the off button and we go beep and we disappear and we get off and go and live our lives. Fergal can't wait to get down the pub in the high street of Ho Chi Minh City High Street, where he's going to find a nice Irish bar, and he's going to say to the barman, "Can I have one of your finest pints of Guinness, please, Governor, because because I really fancy it. I bet you could drink a pint of Guinness, though, Fergal, now, couldn't you?
Say again, sorry?
I bet you could drink a Fergal. You could drink a pint of Guinness now, surely.
Oh, hell no. No. Go straight to bed after this. Be about an hour to wrap everything up and chilling out. Due up at 6 a.m. to get off to Singapore in the morning. So,
yeah.
Take it nice and easy tonight.
Yeah, I will safe travels on that one, mate. Okay, guys, so we're going to wrap this up now. Charles, you're welcome. And don't forget, guys, just copy and paste that link so that you've got that and you don't miss anything. Because once this is gone, until we get the replay out to you, and that's if you're on our list, then you won't be able to do anything there. So send the request for your F link to you, Trevor. Thank you, Piotr. We'll get that sorted. We'll get you approved. Let's have a look. Affiliate request. Yep, I can see you. Let's go and get you approved now, live. Okay, you are approved. There you go. Job done. Beautiful. My pleasure. You're welcome. Right, so Piotr is ready to go and start making those high-ticket commissions. Who's next? Right, we're on the hour now, so we are going to put the phone down. One more chance for that link. I'd like to say thanks for everybody who's still on. Appreciate your time here today. And thank you to my man, Fergal, who has shown incredible energy after a busy night last night, preparing for today.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we're really looking forward to working with those of you who have joined so far. It's been good. It's been good. We've got plenty of you to welcome in now. And looking forward to it. So thanks, everybody. You look after yourselves. And we'll speak to you all soon. You take care.
Thanks, guys. See you on the inside.